Oh my goodness, okay, the story behind True Love Waits. It's kind of a long story. I mean, I actually wrote the song last year. And I met this guy at my church in November. Actually, November 15th was the exact date. And we had started talking, and I found out that he liked me. And the funny thing is that he thought I was a lot older than what I really am. And I actually wrote the song for him. I told him one day, I was like, my mom and dad have always told me that I can't date until I'm 16 years old. And at the time I was 14 years old, and I really felt bad about it. I was like, okay, you gotta wait 2 years for me. But, that was something, it was like, if he can't wait 2 years for me, he's not good enough for me. And so, but to my surprise, he was actually like, okay, this is cool, all that's a story in itself. But I was thinking about it one day, about these relationships and stuff that you see that are broken. All the time when you look at the newspaper or a magazine, you're always hearing about a movie star or something that their relationship is broke, or they're going through a breakup or a divorce. And I think the reason why is because they don't really know each other when they get married. They kind of jump into it because they think that they're in love, but they're really not. They're actually infatuated. And they don't wait on each other. They jump right into it. Every time when you go in these stores, a lot of jewelry stores and even the Christian stores, you see these rings that they sell. And a lot of them, the most popular message is true love waits on these purity rings. And, there's some other purity rings that have different messages, but the most popular is true love waits. And I started thinking about that. True love really does wait on somebody. You don't want to just jump right into something. You need to take it slowly, and to start with just friends, move into boyfriend and girlfriend, engagement, and then marriage, and then of course you're both parents most of the time. But that was something, it was like a whole new perspective for me, and it was difficult to kind of accept that. It's difficult to wait, and that's the good part about it, is it's hard to wait. It's always hard to wait, especially when you're an impatient person like me. In the song, towards the end of it, you hear, you read this one part where it says, God sent his only son to die for us, but he had to wait 33 years before he could carry the cross. He didn't just come down on the earth, down on the cross, and then raise again, and then went back to heaven. He didn't do that. And I think the reason why was so he could build relationships with human people. And of course, God is Jesus, but I thought, I just started thinking about that. Even God has true love for us. And I think that he demonstrated that for that reason, for, this purity. Like, you want to remain pure, and you'll have a healthier relationship, and you'll be so much more happier. One day I was talking to this guy from my church, and he told me, he's like, I'm just a phone call away. If you ever need me, I'm available. I'm just a phone call away. And I started thinking about that. It's hard just to be one phone call away from him. It's hard to be one touch from his hand and one glance at him. It's hard for that. But that's what purity is all about. That's what true love is all about. You're going to wait for that person, and it's going to be a stronger relationship in the end. And it's a difficult situation, and believe me, I know. And for all of us, I think as teenagers, we all want somebody to be there to tell us it's okay. You're going to be alright. You're going to make it through this. And I think that's kind of what brought me into that. But, God loves us, and we should love God as much as we love other people. And I think that's the key to having a very, very, very good relationship.